Hi guys, welcome. Sorry I'm a little late. My computer completely froze when I tried to launch the Hangout. So I'm back for another fun week of classes. Yay! And I can see that this class is fully booked, which is amazing. So for all those students who have made reservations for this class, now is the time to join right now. Not 5 minutes from now, not 10 minutes from now, right now. Okay? So we have in class with us Joseph. Hi, Joseph.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
This is Joseph from Sri Lanka. Yes, I remember
Yes.
Joseph from Sri Lanka. How are you? And we also have with us Khalid.
Yeah.
Hi, Khalid. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you.
That's awesome. So, so in today's class, I can see everybody just eagerly. Okay, so if students are still waiting, then who made the reservations? I don't get it. Like, who was it who made all the reservations? Joseph, wear headphones. Joseph, wear headphones. Joseph. Otherwise, I'm gonna mute you, Joseph. Look, I muted you. I can't hear you. Wear headphones, okay? So before everybody enters class, few rules. You guys have to have headphones on, or you have to keep yourself muted when you're not talking, because otherwise there'll just be a massive noise that you'll be hearing from everywhere, and we don't want that, okay? Also, if your microphone isn't working, you can't participate in class. So it's unfortunate, but I'm sorry. There's just no way to interact with the students and myself if you don't have a microphone, okay? If it's anyone's first time when they enter, you'll probably be muted the first time, so you need to unmute yourself. So there's a microphone on top. You need to click on that and it will unmute you, all right? So I can see that magic has happened and all of a sudden the Hangout is full. Woohoo! All right. Wow, that got full really fast. And I have so many Upfight regulars. There's Norbert and Hamid and Enrique and Ahmad and David and hi guys. Hi everyone. Really nice to see you. So as you guys can see, I'm in my room. Hi. Did I call? I said hi, Norbert.
Yes, I said, did you call?
Did I call?
No.
Did I call?
So are you ill?
Am I evil? Wait, what?
Your voice is, Hina, your voice is,
Yeah.
how can I say? Your voice
Breaking.
is different.
Did you call?
Oh, am I sick? Okay, I have a confession. You guys ready for my confession? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes? I slept in today. Do you guys know what that means, to sleep in? Do you guys know what that means, to sleep in? It's an expression. To sleep in means, yeah?
Sleep too much?
I overslept. Yes, I overslept. So as you can
Like,
see,
Hina, like Davis mood.
yes, exactly. It was the weekend and my internet and it was just crazy. So I overslept.
And parties and other things, no?
Shh. Jay, Werbling people are watching this, okay? I don't want them knowing that I party. So I overslept. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I have a class. So I have done something to my internet and hopefully it will work. Most of you know that internet at my house is really bad. So hopefully today it will be okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, so welcome everyone. Really nice to see you guys. I can see a couple of new faces. We have Ezequiel. Is that how you say your name? Ezequiel?
Yes, Ezequiel.
Ezequiel, hi.
Ezequiel, yes. Hi, how are you, Hina?
I'm fine. How are you? Really nice to have you join us. Are you new to Verbling?
No, it's my first time with you as a teacher, but not in Verbling.
Okay, all right. So that's really nice to have you. It's really nice to have you join me in my class. I wish I hadn't slept. I can't believe you guys picked up that my voice is different. It's like, all All right. And we also have, so we have Joseph from Sri Lanka and Khalid. Khalid, I feel like you've been in my class before. Have you?
I'm sorry, what again?
Have you been in my class before?
No, no, it's not.
No? Oh, okay. And are you new to verbling?
Second time.
Your second time. Okay. So, fine. I'll do a happy dance for you in my own house.
Oh, thank you. That's great, thank you.
You're welcome. I want you guys to feel welcomed and happy. And lastly, we have Mustafa. Hi, Mustafa.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am good. Thank you.
That's awesome. And Mustafa, this is not your first time in my class, is it? No.
Yes.
It is? Okay. So awesome. Really nice to have you. Welcome. Welcome to Verbally, welcome to my class. So because we kickstarted this class a little late, let's get right into it. This is one of the weekly classes that I teach, and it is going to be a reading class from Pocket Cultures. And today's class is going to be really fun because we're going to be reading about childhood memories of the holiday season from people all around the world. And in the next class, so the one right after this, we are going to be sharing our own childhood holiday stories. All right. So I don't know about you guys, but I have like hundreds of horror stories to tell you from my childhood during the holiday season. Like literally hundreds of them. So they can have a whole class on my childhood stories. So it's going to be fun. This class we're going to be reading, learning some new vocabulary, learning some new expressions. And then in the next class, we're going to be talking and sharing our own stories. Okay? So you guys pumped? You guys ready? Yes? No? Maybe?
Let's
Yes.
start.
Yes? Okay, awesome.
Can I lie?
What did you say, David?
Can I lie?
You can lie in bed. That's okay. That's cool. I don't care. Just so you guys know, David is 2 meters
I'm not
tall.
ready.
Just so you know, David is 2 meters tall and he has back issues, so he can't really sit up for too long. So you won't ever see him sitting up. Okay.
Hina,
Probably
Hina.
next hour.
Yeah, what's up, Hamid?
I think David saw Santa Cruz really.
Ah, that's true. That's possible.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We're making fun of you. All right.
Oh, come on.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to be sharing my screen. So Hamid was nice enough. He posted the link to our article in the Verbling chat box. If someone's Verbling chat is not working, that's okay. I'll put it in Google Chat. Okay. So there you go. And like I said, our article is Childhood Memories of the Holiday Season. So you guys can see it's a pretty nice long article. We're going to be covering Argentina, France, and the United States. And then at the end, we will all share our own stories. That'll be so exciting. Yay. Okay. Oh, Ezekiel is from Argentina. So Ezekiel, you can testify whether this is true or not. Okay? After
Okay, I
you
will
read it.
try.
Okay, perfect. I'm just going to say you guys don't have to read from my screen. I'm just sharing it so everybody who's watching the class knows where we are. You guys should be reading it from your own screens, your own monitors. That's why I've given you the link. Also, if there are any words or any phrases, any expressions that we come across that you don't know, please ask me. All right. The point of these reading classes is to get everybody a little practice reading, as well as learning new vocabulary and expressions, we will definitely come across it. All right. So no shame. Go ahead, ask me. If I speak too fast, tell me to slow down. If you don't understand what I said, ask me to repeat it. I'd be more than happy to do so. Okay. Childhood memories of the holiday season. Our contributors share their childhood memories of the holidays. Some feelings and experiences transcend borders and nationalities. Families gather around long tables laden with food, chatter, and laughter. Okay? So let us get our first contributor is Sean. So this name is pronounced Sean. I hear a lot of students say Sheen. it's not. It's almost like there's a U in there. So Sean is our contributor from the United States. Okay, so let's get started. Norbert, can I get you to read the first paragraph?
All right. Sean, contributor from the United States. My mom is the oldest of 11 brothers and sisters, and almost all of them have multiple children. Multiple children. It's a big German-American Catholic farm family. Almost the entire mom's side of my family goes out to her parents' farmhouse for a family dinner and to open presents afterwards. Once the cousins started being born, 20 plus of them, the gifts under the tree began to take up as much as one third of the entire living room.
Perfect. So Norbert, this word is not cousins, it's cousins.
Cousin. Okay.
Cousins. Yes, perfect. Thanks, Norbert. Next, let's get Mustafa. Can I get you to read the second paragraph?
Yes. My grandmom, with the help of my aunt, would
Prepare. Yes.
prepare the Christmas feast,
Yeah.
which always included a whole roast turkey, yes. Mashed potatoes,
Mashed
potatoes,
potatoes. Yeah.
gravy with and without
Giblets. Yeah.
stuffing with and without oysters, green
bean casserole.
green bean casserole,
Ham, various salads.
Occasionally,
Occasionally. Okay, we'll have
sweet
to work on
potato,
that word. Go ahead.
pumpkin
Pumpkin.
pie,
Pumpkin pie.
pecan pie, apple
pie. Yeah.
apple pie, curry,
Cherry pie.
cherry pie, Buki,
Buckeye candies.
Buckeye candies, and a lot of whipped
Yeah.
cream to go with. My uncles provide
Yeah.
home bread when to drink
Wine to drink.
along with the more common domestic American birds and sometime whiskey.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for reading that for us. I can tell it was a little bit of a stretch for you, Mustafa, but that's okay. All right.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll actually stop here and we'll recap. Okay. So do you guys have any words? So all the way from the start to where we read that you don't understand?
Gravy.
Gravy. Okay. This word is gravy. What is gravy, guys?
I posted a link.
Norbert posted a link. So gravy is like a sauce. Okay, so for example, you have, so what is this gravy in right now? What is this thing called in the third picture? Okay, that's a gravy boat. Okay, so gravy boat, and gravy is basically it's like a soup. It's a soup that you put on top of food. So instead of drinking the gravy directly from the bowl, you put it on mashed potatoes, you put it on chicken, and it makes it moist. You guys know what moist is? Moist? It makes it wet, all right? So instead of eating dry food, you put gravy on the food and it makes it moist, and It adds flavor. Okay? You understand what gravy is?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what kind of, so Joseph, do you have any special kinds of gravies in Sri Lanka?
No.
No? So okay, so we don't put gravy on our food. Yeah, gravy, it can be thought of as curry or sauce or that you pour over food. Okay? What else? Right? So up here there was word. Some feelings and experiences transcend borders and nationalities. What is that? Okay, has anybody heard that before? To transcend
Yes.
borders? Yeah? What does that mean? Okay,
It's like
so when something,
translation or explain. Yeah.
okay, it means to cross over, okay? So they're saying that feelings and experiences, they do not stay within a country. Like it's not like people in one part of the world experience one feeling and another feeling, and people in another part of the world experience something else. So when you say that something transcends, it means it crosses, it flows over into other things. So a lot of feelings and a lot of experiences, people from all over the world share them. So to transcend a border is to cross a border. All right. So this is not actually crossing, like you're not physically crossing a border, walking into a country, but feelings and emotions and experiences, people from all over the world, they experience them the same. All right. So feelings do not stay contained. They cross borders and nationalities. So people from all countries and all nationalities feel the same and experience the same. Okay. You guys understand what it means to transcend?
Yeah.
Yeah, to cross over. Okay. Families gather. So gather is another way of saying they collect. So they collect or they sit around long tables laden with food. What does it mean, laden with food?
full.
Full of food, yeah. Laden or decorated. So you can see this table over here. So it's laden with food. It's full of food. There's food all over the table. Okay? Chatter and laughter. What is chatter?
Talking.
Talking, yeah. Chatting. So they're saying that all these feelings, all these emotions, the people all over the world experience them. And during the holiday season, we have many families sit around a table full of food, talking and laughing. That is what holidays are all about. That's why people miss families and holiday season. Okay. All right. So Sean from the U.S., he's talking about his own family. And which holiday is he talking about?
Christmas?
Christmas, exactly. He's talking about Christmas, all right? So he's a German-American Catholic family, and they have lots and lots of cousins, all right? So is everybody familiar with this practice that during Christmas, there's a Christmas tree, and you put gifts under the tree? Do you guys know of this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? So it's a very popular Christmas thing to do in your house where you gifts under the tree, and on Christmas morning the entire family wakes up and they open their gifts. Who here does that? Like who here celebrates Christmas and puts gifts under the tree?
Me in Hungary.
Yeah, in Hungary. Okay. Anywhere
But
else?
we usually open the gifts in the evening, not in the morning.
Not in the morning. Okay. All right. So you open them on Christmas Eve. Right? Who knows what an Eve is? Christmas Eve.
The evening of Christmas.
Evening, from evening.
Yeah, exactly. The evening of Christmas. So what date so if Christmas is on 25th December, what date is Christmas Eve?
24th of December. 24th of December.
Yeah, exactly. So the evening before the day. So mostly in North America, people open Christmas presents on Christmas Day on the morning. So Norbert says that in Hungary, they open them on Christmas Eve. We also have New Year's Eve. Okay? When would...
Hina,
Yeah? Go ahead, Joseph.
Steve.
Sorry, what did you say, Joseph? I didn't catch you. Your voice broke off.
What's the specialty of that day? The Christmas Eve?
Christmas Day. Okay.
Yeah.
Who can tell me what the significance of Christmas Day is? Why
No,
is
no,
it
no.
celebrated? Yeah.
No, not the
Christmas
Christmas
Eve?
Day. The before the day.
Oh, before the day. Okay. Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Okay. Christmas Eve is just the evening that you spend with your family. I mean, there's no significance to it. Like, it's not as significant as Christmas Day, but it's just that you want to spend the evening before Christmas with your family. Because in North America, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are usually a holiday. Because the 26th, the day after Christmas, that is a holiday. So 24th is significant because you get to spend the late night with your family to celebrate Christmas the day after, because you can't do it on the 25th because you have to go back to work on the 26th. Do you understand, Joseph? Yeah?
Yes,
So it's
but I
not
also a Christian, but this is the first time I know about this Christmas Eve. Before I didn't hear about it.
Okay. Eve is anything the day before, so the evening before. So for example, New Year's Eve. What date would New Year's Eve be?
31st of
31st. 31st.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, 31st of December. 31st of December is New Year's Eve because New Year's Day is 1st January. Okay? So when you hear Eve, it's the evening before. Okay? It's significant because it's usually a holiday, so you can spend it with your family. Okay? So my grandma, with the help of my aunts, would prepare the Christmas feast. We covered this before. What is a feast?
It's like a big eating or big table,
Party, no?
people gathered. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of food for a lot of people, right? So it's a feast. Okay, so a Christmas feast is prepared, which always included. So tell me if you guys have ever eaten any of these things, or if you haven't heard of them, we'll go through them together. So a whole roast turkey, mashed potatoes. You guys know what mashed potatoes? You've had it? A roast turkey?
Turkey, yeah, and potatoes as well.
Okay, and gravy with and without giblets. What are giblets? Who has heard of giblets? Okay, giblets are little pieces of meat within the gravy. All right, so sometimes a gravy will have meat in it. All right, so when the gravy has meat in it, it's not like a big piece of meat. It'll just be a little piece of meat, and that is yeah, go ahead.
Inside the bird?
No, not inside the bird, like in the gravy. So the picture that Norbert sent us of the gravy, so you have the sauce in the bowl, right? In the sauce, there will be meat because gravy is made from meat. It's made from like beef or chicken or whatever you're serving.
Yes.
So yeah, so they'll put a little bit of the meat in the gravy. So that little pieces of meat, those are called giblets. So they're saying that gravy can be made with and without giblets. Okay? Some people don't like having meat in the gravy, so they're like, during Christmas you can have with and without giblets. Okay, so Norbert, in your house, do they usually make gravy with or without giblets?
I have no idea. I'm not a cook.
Not a cook.
I
just eat the food my mom makes. I don't cook it.
My brother also cooks, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they both do. I eat.
Okay, you can have ready-made gravy. Who knows what ready-made gravy is? Ready-made gravy.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, ready-made gravy is gravy that you buy from the superstore or the market. So you don't make it yourself at home. So you can buy it. So anything that is already made is called ready-made. Who can give me examples of other ready-made foods?
Pizza, burger.
Pizza. Yeah, pizza is ready-made food. You just buy it from the grocery store and you heat it in your oven and you eat it. Okay. There's also
Maruchan soap too.
Sorry, what did you say?
Soaps like Maruchan. Soaps. Or soap.
Yeah. Can you? Sorry, I might be having issues hearing what you're saying. But can you type it in the Wordling chat? Soups. Say that again,
yes.
Ezekiel.
Sorry, soups.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken
Exactly.
broth.
Chicken broth. Yeah, chicken broth. So
The
this is
soups.
all this is all ready made. All right. So when something is already cooked, all you have to do is buy it and heat it and eat it. Then that food is ready-made food. So pizza. David loves pizza. David, do you buy a lot of ready-made pizza from the grocery store?
Once or two a month.
Once or twice. All right, that's okay. And sausage. So yeah, lots of foods are ready-made. Okay. So you have gravy with and without giblets. Stuffing. What is stuffing?
Any food we use to fill as a cavity of something else. We put inside the turkey.
Exactly. Yeah. That's perfectly right, Khalid. So stuffing, a lot of times, so you have the turkey, right? When you cook the turkey, you're potatoes inside the turkey, all right? So it's not like she's cutting it open. If you've ever seen a turkey, it's a huge bird, all right? It's a huge bird, right? So when you cook it, there's like a hole at the back, and what you can do is you can put food inside the turkey. The food that you're putting inside the turkey, that is called stuffing. Okay? So stuffing is a noun. Okay? So I am cooking turkey with stuffing. To stuff is the verb. Okay? So we use that. We're like, I'm stuffing myself, all right? So I'm filling myself. To stuff is basically to put stuff in something,
Yes.
all right? And we also use it like, there's some stuff on the table, all right? So there are some things on the table. But the word stuffing is similar to food that you put in other foods. Okay, so Norbert has shared a picture with us. There we go. That's turkey right there. I didn't want to show you guys pictures of food because you always complain that my classes make you hungry. So I was like, no more pictures of food. So that's Norbert. Is that the turkey that you cooked for Christmas in
No,
2011?
my brother cooked.
Your brother cooked.
I just
Wow.
eaten it. But
You're like, I just
there is a liver inside the turkey.
Okay, so that would be stuffing, all right? So stuffing can be anything that you put inside food to like give it more flavor. Okay? So stuffing with and without oysters. Do you guys know what oysters are?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that? Okay? Oysters are seafood. Okay? So oysters, it's a very tricky dish to eat because you can easily get sick eating oysters. So let me show you pictures. There you go. This is an oyster. Yeah, exactly. So, well, you'd be lucky if when you're eating an oyster, you find $1 million per pearl, but usually you don't find pearls when you're eating oysters. Okay? So has everybody seen oysters before? So oyster is shellfish. Okay, so let me write that. So shellfish. Okay, so shellfish is basically fish that has shell on it, that fish that you eat from the sea that has shell. So for example, oysters have these shells, and when you eat them, you open the shell and you eat this soft part right here. Okay, so this is oyster. A lot of people are allergic to shellfish. Okay, so that's why they're saying that you can have stuffing with and without oysters, because oysters are selfish. A lot of people can eat them, like they physically get sick if you eat shellfish. So lots of variety.
You know why?
Go ahead. Sorry, do I know why? No, I don't know why. Tell me why.
Because that animals clean the ocean.
The animals in the ocean. That's why you get sick.
They clean the oceans.
They clean the ocean. I've heard of that before. I think you're thinking of a clam. Shellfish do not clean the ocean. Clams clean the ocean. Clams are another kind of shellfish. So let me show you, and they look very, very similar to a shellfish. It's like you can tell the difference. They look exactly the same. So let me show you. Shellfish has bigger. So here, this is a clam. This is what you're talking about. These animals, they clean the ocean. So here, can you guys see it's so similar to an oyster. So let's put an oyster again. All right. So oyster is usually bigger, and it's and there's more meat in it. Whereas in an oyster, a clam, the shell is not that big, it's pretty round, and there's not that much meat. Okay, so clams, they clean the ocean, and people get sick when they eat clams as well. Do you think clams are shellfish?
Well, depends. But now it's making me hungry.
That's why I didn't want to talk about it. But do you guys think clams, do you think they are shellfish as well?
Shrimps. I think shrimps too.
Yeah, exactly. So clams are shellfish too. So any fish that has like anything that you eat from the ocean that has a shell on it is shellfish. So shrimps and prawns are the same. Okay, so lots of variety, lots that you can eat and not eat, lots to choose from. So green bean casserole. This word is casserole. Who knows what a casserole is?
Plate to put the food in.
Yeah, exactly. So a casserole is a kind of a dish that you cook food in. Okay?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever eaten from a casserole?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? What do you eat, Hamid? What dishes do you eat from a casserole?
It is mixed potato, tomato, meat,
Mm-hmm.
and
Exactly.
it also very delicious.
Yes, casserole. Basically, this is a casserole, all right? So casserole is not the name of the food. So what's in here is not casserole. Casserole is the dish. So food that you cook in a casserole is basically like this. This is a chicken casserole. Oh, I can just hear
I
noise
had
from
those
someone.
this afternoon.
You what, David? You had this? Oh, you had casserole for lunch?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So this.
It was delicious. So congratulations for me.
David, well done. You cooked awesome food that you ate. So this dish is called a casserole dish. Food that you cook in this dish is called casserole. So they have green bean casserole. So they are eating. So in our article, people are eating green beans and they are cooked in a casserole dish. Joseph, I'm just gonna mute you just because when you move, it's noisy. Okay.
Teacher,
Right?
it is mine dishes.
It's a dish. Yeah, it's a dish.
It is
Exactly.
mine dishes, huh? Mine. Mine. M-A-I-N.
M-A-I-N. Main dish.
Main.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Main dish. Yeah. Main dish. Yeah. Exactly. So entree. Okay. Another name for a main dish is the entree. All right.
Yes.
We have appetizers. Okay. Appetizers. You guys know what appetizers are? The food that you eat before the main dish. So you have appetizers. You have main dish, which is the entree. So a casserole would be the main dish. It would be the entree. And then you have dessert. Okay, so these are usually, this is called a 3-course meal. Okay, 3-course meal. So you have 3 different foods, but it's all in one meal. You're all eating it at the same time. Okay, so what else do they have? They have green bean casserole, ham, various salads, occasionally sweet potatoes, pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Everybody knows what a pecan is?
No.
No? You guys know it's a nut. All right, so you guys know peanuts, right? Peanuts and almonds.
Yeah.
A pecan is a kind of a nut. All right, so pecan pie. I personally do not like pecans. I don't know why. I've never liked them. And so I'm going to show you a picture of pecans, and you tell me what they look like. Okay, so this is a pecan. All right, does it look like something else? Does it look like another nut?
It looks like coffee.
It looks like coffee. Okay, it looks like coffee beans. There's
cocoa.
another nut, a cocoa. Do you guys know what walnuts are?
Yes, it looks like walnut.
Exactly. So these are all nuts. So here, this is a walnut. All right. So you can see it's a little bigger, and it looks like a brain. I always feel like walnuts look like brains. I don't know why. Here. So this is a walnut. All right. Now let's look at a pecan again. Okay, so pecan, it looks very similar to a walnut, but it's thinner and longer. And these are all different kinds of nuts, all right? So you also have peanuts, okay? Not the cartoon peanuts, but like the food peanuts, all right? So you have peanuts, you have walnuts, you have pecans. What other nuts do you guys have that you eat? Okay. How would you say this one? Okay. What is this nut? Okay. This is an almond. Can everybody say that? Almond.
I have here
Almonds.
some of that here in my view.
Hey, you have some of that in your view? Let me see.
Yes.
David likes to eat, so he always has food ready. Okay? So these are all different
Yeah,
kinds of
you know
nuts.
me.
David's like, I only get up to eat strawberries. Okay? Pistachio.
No,
Pistachio.
strawberries, so sorry, but the strawberries today, no.
No strawberries today. So nuts are really good for you. They're good for brain health. And another one is a pistachio. So Norbert, that's how you spell pistachio.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Do you guys eat nuts? Does anybody here eat nuts? Hazelnut. Hazelnut is another one. Yeah, go ahead.
Brazilian nut.
Brazilian nut. Yeah, Brazilian nut. Macadamia nut. Macadamia nut is a really big, it's like this big and it's completely round and solid. All right? So macadamia nut. Okay. There's lots and lots of different varieties. Peanuts, walnuts, almonds, pecans. These are very common. They're found everywhere. Okay? So you can have a pecan pie. So a pie made of pecans, with pecans in it. Cherry pie, buckeye candies, right? And lots of whipped cream to go with. My uncles provide home brewed wine. What is home brewed? Home brewed. Okay, so the verb is to brew. Okay, so what is brewing? What does brew mean?
Beer made at home.
Exactly. To brew, home brewed is to make it at home, basically. All right. So what else can you brew at home?
Tea.
Tea. Exactly. So home brewed tea. Okay. Brewing. So if you've ever seen tea being made, you put hot water on a stove, right? And then you put tea in it. And then you cover it and then you let the tea, kind of make on its own. That's called brewing. So food that you extract and then you let it sit. All right? When you let something sit, you're not cooking it. You're just letting it cook on its own. That is called brewing. So tea is something you can brew at home. You put water, you put tea, and then you just let it sit there. And the water and the tea, they mix together. That they're brewing. Same thing with wine. Who knows where wine comes from? Grapes, yeah. Wine comes from grapes. So what you do is you press on the grapes and then you let them brew. So you just let them sit. They kind of mix themselves and then you extract wine from the grapes that you have pressed. All right? So that is called brewing. So home brewing would be making it at home. Okay? Hi, Peter. Nice to have you join us.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome. Do you have the article with you that we're reading today?
Oh no, I don't have it.
No? Okay, so
I'm new to this group. I just wanted to, try my hand at
Oh no,
verbling.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you new on Burbling as well?
Yes. I think my plugin, Google Talk plugin, doesn't work correctly, so I can see your faces. So sorry for that.
So you
Can
cannot
only
see
hear
our
you.
face.
Can
Okay.
only hear you.
That's okay. As long as you can talk and you can hear us and we can hear you, that's kind of all you need to do to be in class, all right? So a lot of people have posted the link to our article in the Verbling chat. So if you want to have a look, so Hamid and Edmar, they have posted a link. That is the article that we are reading, all right?
Okay, can you give me the idea where we finished?
We're not done yet. We're still reading. So we're learning about childhood memories of holiday seasons. We're still on the United States.
Okay, but which paragraph already?
The third paragraph in the United States. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna share my. You're welcome. Okay. So home
And
brewed.
Hina,
Yeah.
Brewing, is it possible for vinegar?
Vinegar.
Vinegar.
The word vinegar. You can brew with vinegar in it. Yes, vinegar doesn't brew on its own, but if you are making something that needs to brew, you can brew it with vinegar. The thing with vinegar is that food doesn't rot if you use vinegar. All right. So to rot, to go bad. All right. So when you brew with vinegar, food usually doesn't rot. Okay. So that's why people brew with vinegar. Okay. So home brewed wine to drink with common American domestic beers. What does domestic mean? Domestic.
It's like local.
Local. Yeah, perfect, Ahmad. So something that is local, that you do not have to ship from abroad, is domestic. So domestic American beers and sometimes whiskey. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Let's get Khalid. Khalid, can I get you to read the third paragraph?
Yeah, sure. It has been fun to watch everyone grow up over the years. 15 of my cousins are within 7 years of each other in age. So when I was in my early teens and the other cousins were getting to be around 9 and 10, they were a rambunctious group. We would occasionally take shotguns out back and target shoot, though usually it was just a lot of eating and talking.
Perfect. Thank you, Khalid. And Joseph, can I get you to read the last paragraph in the US, the holiday dinners?
In the US, at holiday dinners, there is commonly a kids' table, where the children would sit and eat with one or two adults watching them. I remember being really happy to graduate to the adults' table. My grandparents have been living in the same house, on the same farm, since the 1930s and 40s. My grandma finally said no to hosting Thanksgiving this year. It's going to be strange when this tradition is over and we all separate and start our own Christmas traditions.
Perfect. Thank you, Joseph. Awesome. So this is pretty simple. Any words? So the person who is writing this, can you tell that he has very fond memories of Christmas? Fond memories. What are those? Who can tell me what a fond memory is? I'm writing that in the verb link.
Very strong or very old.
Yeah. Fond is when something is when you liked something, all right? So I have fond memories of my childhood. I have very good memories of my childhood. So when I think about being a kid, I don't go like, ugh, being a kid was horrible. Ugh. I go like, oh, it was really fun during Christmas to go visit my grandmom. I really missed that time. I had a very happy childhood. So something that you are fond of is something that you like. All right. So can you tell that this guy had very fond memories of growing up and celebrating Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell the way he's writing. Okay, David, can you use the word domestic even with animals? Yeah, in Italy we say domestic animals. So domestic is a household as well. Okay, so domestic, when you talk about beer, domestic beer is local beer. But when you talk about domestic animals, that's animals that live in the house. Okay, what about domestic disturbance? Okay, I'm writing that in the verb link chat. Domestic disturbance. This is like a legal term. Who's heard of it and who knows what it means?
Problems at home.
Exactly, problems at home. So for example, when a husband and wife fight and the neighbors, they call the police will be like, we heard that there's a domestic disturbance going on. So a disturbance in the house. So domestic can also mean relating to the house. Okay? I hope that answers your question, David. So a domestic dog or a domestic cat would be a pet, an animal that you keep at home. Perfect. All right? Okay. So who knows what rambunctious means? So cousins were getting to be, they were a rambunctious group. Who knows what that means?
Very noisy.
Wild.
Very noisy. Yeah, very noisy. What else?
Wild.
Naughty.
Naughty. Yeah, it's uncontrollable. All right. So very noisy, very uncontrollable, very lively. Okay. So kids are usually described as being rambunctious. Okay. Can everybody say that word for me? Rambunctious.
Rambunctious.
Rambunk. There's an N. There's like a silent N. Rambunctious.
Rambunctious.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So you won't say rambun. You wouldn't say rambun. It's rambunctious. So the is like an internal N. So you have N and then you have So this is rambunctious. Okay? Yeah. So rambunctious is when you're very noisy, when you're very lively and upbeat. Oh, I don't want to share this. I want to share the other one. Okay. All right. And so there was a kids table. Who had a kids table when they were growing up, where only the kids would sit and the adults would sit on another table? Who had that?
I had like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Iman, yeah. So Iman,
Because
how?
we
Mm-hmm.
have so many children. Yeah.
So many
We
children.
have
Yeah.
many children in our family, and yeah.
So how old were you? How old were you when you graduated? How old were you when you graduated to the adult table?
No. I think no. It's in my family. It's about 15 or 14 when we started to be like it is just in holidays or in meetings or festivals like that. The children will isolate, but the regular day, the day to day, you know, it's not usual.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
yeah.
For me, I would sit at the kids' table until I was like in my late teens. Like I was like 19 and I would still be sitting at the kids' table. And my parents were like, because I was the eldest, right? Like all my parents' friends, their kids were really young. So I was the oldest kid in my parents' group of friends. So my parents would be like, wait, you have to take care of the kids. So like you have to go sit at the kids' table. So I remember until I was like 20, I would be sitting at like the kids' table. And then one year I was just like, I don't want to sit with these kids anymore. So it was like, you have to take care of them. So like they'll be, if you don't take care of them, they'll be really, yeah, it was like, if you don't take care of them, they'll be really rambunctious. And I was like, that's not my problem. So I sat at a kid's table till I was like 20 years old. Very embarrassing. I finally like my early 20s. Okay? So you can tell that Christmas is it's a very like loving and family friendly time of year. And my family and I, we don't celebrate Christmas, but I love Christmas time because I think it's so traditional and it's so beautiful, and I love it when it comes around. Even though we don't celebrate it, it's still an awesome time of year to be in. Okay, so let's go on to any other questions from the United States? Anything else that we don't know? Any words that you guys had questions for? Okay, everybody knows what a tradition is, right? Tradition is something that you do that is carried on from generation to generation. It's like a custom or a culture. Okay, so a tradition in this person's family was to always spend Christmas at the grandmother's house. Okay, so if there's no more questions, let's move on to France. All right, Hamid, can I get you to read France? So just the first two paragraphs.
Okay. My most cherished memory of Christmas is waiting for Father Christmas, or the Père Noël, as we call him in France, to come down the chimney. Every year, I would place a glass of milk for him and a carrot for his reindeer under the Christmas tree, and would settle on the sofa with my teddy bear, both tucked under a duvet by the fireplace, ready for him.
Perfect. Thank you, Hamid. Enrique, can I get you to continue on? So then the next two, please.
Okay. And every year I would be determined to surprise him, but would struggle to keep my eyes open, would fall asleep, and wake up the following morning in my bed. My disappointment at not catching him was quickly replaced, though, by my excitement at discovering the pile of presents he had left for me.
Perfect. Thank you, Enrique. Enrique, do you know who they're talking about? Who is this person, Father Christmas?
Yes.
Who is it? What's another name for him?
San Nicholas.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus, exactly. So Santa Claus is a very, very big part of Christmas, especially in North America. You cannot have Christmas without Santa Claus. All right, Ahmad, can I get you to finish off France? So the rest of it?
Yeah. All I knew is that he and his reindeer must have enjoyed the little presents I had left for them as the glass was empty and the carrot was gone. I have always associated the magic of Christmas to this moment, along with the unique fragrance of the
Fragrance.
fire,
Fragrance.
fragrance,
Fragrance. Yeah.
the fragrance
Of the
of
fir
the
tree. Fir tree.
fir tree,
Mm-hmm.
and the warm and cozy sitting room of my childhood. Each of my Christmas has been merry.
Mary. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Ahmad. So another different opinion of Christmas from France. Okay. So this person is talking. So what are they saying? Who can tell me in simpler words what this person just said in this paragraph? Okay. So what do they wait for every year? Who do they wait for, and what are they doing?
To surprise Santa Claus when he was putting the gift.
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
tree.
So. Are you guys all familiar with this like tradition we say we have where Santa Claus comes down the chimney? Do you guys know what a chimney is? Chimney?
Yes,
Yes.
it is on the roof.
Yeah. Chimney is how the smoke from your house goes out. All right. So there's a fireplace, and then the fireplace, just above the fireplace, is a chimney. So I don't know if you know this, but in North America, it is believed that Santa Claus comes into your house through your chimney. He goes down the chimney and he comes into your house and he sees all your like Christmas trees and he puts the presents under the Christmas tree. And to thank him for bringing you presents, you leave him some food. So you can leave him some milk or cookies, or for some reason in France they leave carrots, which is so strange. Anyways,
In
yeah.
Hungary, we have a different day for Santa Claus. It's 6th of December.
6th of December. So,
and a different day for Christmas. And when I was a child, I had to go to my grandparents, and my parents say that the Jesus or something like that, come and he bring the gifts.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So it's Santa
and
Claus.
exactly. So when you got older, I'm sure you realized that, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but Santa Claus isn't real. I hope I'm not like shattering somebody's childhood, but Santa Claus doesn't exist. There's no fat man who lives on the North Pole, okay?
No.
My parents told me my whole life it was him who brought me presents. So there is no Santa Claus. Usually it's like your parent is Santa Claus, all right? So a lot of people realize when they get older that, oh, it was my mom or my dad who put all those presents under the tree, and then they drank the milk or like ate the cookies or whatever. So it's a really, yeah. Anybody have any questions?
We investigated where are the presents and.
Wait, yeah. What did you find?
When I saw where my parents put the gifts, and we just saw them.
It was like a loss of innocence. Does anybody know what that means? Loss of innocence. Okay, loss of innocence is when you have an experience that determines that you are no longer a child. Okay, so for example, Santa Claus isn't real. Dad buys all these things. That's it's a funny way. No longer a child. Now you know what the real world is, what the truth is. Okay, so loss of it. Yeah.
So one of our friends, the family friends, was the Santa Claus in 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't know how old was I,
Yeah.
and I realized his sound, his voice. And
from his
that
voice.
was the moment when I knew that it isn't the real Santa Claus.
Oh, were you sad? Were you shocked? What did you experience?
I have no idea. It was a long time ago, but
yeah.
I think no. I just knew that he's our friend.
Yeah.
And that's
exactly.
it.
and you're not the real Santa. Yeah, lost. It's like for a lot of people, it's a very big thing. Like usually their parents tell them when they're very young, like when they're 7 or 8 years old, that like Santa Claus isn't real. But some people, their parents don't tell them till they're like 11 or 12. So for them, it's like a very experience. Like, wait, what? This thing I believed in my like. Think about it. If your parents tell you something your whole life, like yeah, every year there's a fat man who comes and puts presents under the tree, and you believe it, and then one day it's like this is all a lie. We've been lying to you for 10 years. It can be like a pretty traumatic experience for a lot of people. Okay, so are there any words from that part that you didn't know? There's some words that I'd like to. So cherished. So what is a cherished memory? Okay, a cherished memory is a memory that you look back on very fondly. So remember I said fond memory is when you are happy. Cherished memory is something that you think back on. You actively think back on it. So it's like this is a memory in my head that I actively think back on. So I constantly think back and I'm like, it was so nice when I was a kid. Fond memories are just memories that when you think of them, you get happy. Like, oh yeah, I was happy. A cherished memory is something that you actively think about, where like this means so much to me. All right? Nervous, like, shh, it. Sorry, what did you say, Mustafa? Go ahead.
Important memory.
Important memory, exactly. So for this person, Christmas and waiting for Santa Claus is an important memory. He cherishes it. Okay?
Yes.
And you can cherish anything. You can cherish like a present. You can cherish like something that you have that you wear. Anything that means something to you, that is important to you, is something that you cherish. It is a cherished memory or a cherished object. Okay? It has nothing to do with cherries. I know the word looks like cherries, but it has nothing to do with cherries. Okay, so Norbert, thank you for your attempt to like silence Hamid, but I have to end this class. But the next class is going to be the same. We're going to continue talking about our childhood memories. So all those who didn't share their stories, so Imad, David, Enrique, Hamid, if you guys want to join,
Thank
I'd
you.
love to hear. You're welcome. I'd love to hear what your, growing up, what kind of holidays you celebrated and what kind of memories you have from that. And if they're cherished or not, right? I
Okay,
have some
see you.
memories I don't cherish.